Hey guys, it's Spacey Sims, and we are back with more Birushana, and maybe getting our happy ending today, or getting very close to. At any rate, we are in Chapter 12. We're about to fight to the death with our lover. I'm gonna assume he's not gonna die, but Shikahira and Tomomori might not be so lucky. Neither will maybe not any of our friends. I don't know. This is the point where everything's been going well, and this is the point where like the game is like, fuck you, and slaps you in the face and kills all your friends. I don't know. I don't know. But I'm just saying it'd be a little weird if we had a game like this and somebody didn't die at some point, right? So we'll see. Obviously, I don't think Noritsune is gonna die, but I wouldn't put it past the game to be like, oh no, like make us think, like, no, I know he's not dead. It's it's the happy ending, right? This is not the tragic end. There is a tragic love end after this, and then 2 bad ends. The tragic love end would be like, we get here and he dies. Absolutely. You know what I mean? But anyway, let's see. So, the final battle between the Genji and the Heike was about to begin. The currents at Denora are much fiercer than I had heard. As soon as the battle started, I tried to get closer to Noritsune, but I was pushed back and couldn't reach him. Noritsune... I looked at the crowded sea, my heart burning with frustration. The Genji had a large advantage in the number of men and boats, and the Genji men thought the battle would be over quickly. You underestimate our boyfriend and his cousins. I'm just saying. Oh wow, they have a battle background with boats. A battle background with boats! Go! Let's show those Genji what the Heike are made of! Heike boats coming this way! Intercept them! They're moving too fast! They must be using the tides to their advantage! Work smarter, not harder. Hey, hurry up! What are you waiting for? The tide's moving too fast! We can't go any faster like this! Ah! Hurry up and reform your lines! Don't let those outnumbered Heike break through! I'm not gonna be defeated by some Genji who can't even fight on the sea! The Heike are notoriously strong in naval battles. They know these seas well and were skillful with their boats, freely attacking the Genji boats without reprisal. We're being pushed back. The tide is on the Heike side. Yeah, well, you should have fucking thought about that before you decided to slaughter them. Just let them go in peace. There's like 8 of them left. Okay, like maybe 80, but still. That's true, but it won't stay like this. The tide should turn by noon. Heike's right. The Heike have the momentum now, but as time goes on, the tide will turn and eventually favor the Genji. That makes sense why Noritsune said, like, noon! Then cut and run. He was like, he knows. He's like, as soon as the tide turns, literally, tuck tail and run, motherfuckers. So, yeah. Once that happens, they'll stand no chance against the Genji's overwhelming numbers. The Heike will be wiped out. Once that happens, Noritsune will be in serious danger. But there's nothing I can do to help him now. You're so close to me, and still there's nothing I can do. We'll find him, don't worry. He's not gonna die. Eventually, as expected, the tide began to turn. At the same time, the boats of the Minamoto clan began to gain momentum and close in on the Heike. In the blink of an eye, the tables were turned and the Heike were outmatched. Perhaps they were sank in the melee, but before long, most of the Heike boats had disappeared. Everyone felt that it was only a matter of time before the Heike were wiped out. Then one boat from the Heike side began to approach us. No! My brother's gonna try to make me kill my boyfriend and be like, I'm not gonna do it. Or Noritsune's gonna be like, alright, this is where we fight. And you're like, yeah, no. She's gonna be noble and like fight him, but I wouldn't. I'd be like, nah. I know that's what you want, but fuck that shit. I love you. I am not doing this. You can go right ahead and fucking kill me if you want, but I'm not doing it. I will take the high road to death, motherfucker. Don't hurt our boyfriend? Well, there is something kind of beautiful about them fighting to the death together, but then neither one of them dying. Or like, okay, now we're gonna pretend we drown at sea, and then run away. Yeah! Okay. Noritsune! Why is he coming forward like this? He's just asking to be attacked! Well, I mean, that's sad. He's like, fine. If I can't have you, I'll go out then like this. Oh, stop. Noritsune stood at the bow of the boat, looking intently at the Genji army. He seemed calm, almost serene. I do like that the fucking, like, our enemies to lovers routes are, like, bookending this whole fucking game. That's kind of interesting. That's the General Noritsune! What an idiot showed up like this! Doesn't he know we have the tide and the momentum? Don't you know he can still take out half of you before he goes? I'm just saying. Watch this! I'm gonna be the one to kill Noritsune! I'm gonna be famous! And I stab him in the back while he's talking. Yeah. Talk about my boyfriend one more time. Kill him! Kill Noritsune! If we kill him, the war will be over, and think of what our reward will be! Kill him! Kill him now! Only one of you can kill him, though. You know that, right? Like, what if we all stab him at the same time? Ah! Yeah! 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 He moved forward, dodging and slashing his way through the rain of arrows. All at once, all of the Genji boats rushed to surround him. Then, finally, one of the boats came up next to Noritsune, and Genji soldiers began pouring onto his ship. No! Die! He's like, fuck that shit! He didn't have to say it. We know what he's thinking. Ah! 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 He's so strong. So this is the Heike's general? Man, I just thought he was really pretty, but he's tough too. I know, right? What's this? How are you gonna take my head from all the way over there? Don't be afraid! There's only one of him! Ah! Oh, that was the last thing he said before he dies, right? Yep, bye. Bye, Felicia! There's like 10 of us, and yeah, you're gonna need more than that. Ah! Oh, that's Noritsune. Ah! I was gonna do it in their voice. Ah! Damn! Feel bad for the side characters. They get the dumbass voice. I can't waste a good one on them, you know what I mean? He's too strong! And pretty. You forgot the pretty part. Ooh, God, the thunder outside is scary. Ooh! He's loud! The bird's with me. That son of a bitch! I had no idea Noritsune was so strong, and no matter what we throw at him, he always wins. We're over there like, yeah, smiling in the corner. The Genji troops all looked at Noritsune, quivering with fear. I, too, couldn't take my eyes off of him. Yeah, but for a different reason. You're quivering for a different reason, though. Like, come on. Noritsune, I know your strength better than anyone here. If he had the strength to overwhelm those Genji soldiers, he should have been able to escape. So why did he come here? For you? Oh my god, it's gonna be so romantic if he pulls up. I'm not leaving without you! Alright! Is he still planning to die? Does he want to die in battle as a samurai? An unbearable sadness clawed at my heart. Across the water, my eyes met with Noritsune's. And the smirk. Did you see the smirk on his face? There was a shining glint in his eyes. It was a look I'd seen from him many times before. He yearned for a duel. As if drawn by his eyes, my feet went to him. Wait, Shana! Don't tell me you're going to Noritsune! Out of my way! I have to go. I stared at Shungen, who stood directly in my path. Take out your fucking sword and threaten him. I'm sorry. I wasn't a good lord to all of you. I promised to defeat the Heike, but somewhere along the line I lost my way. But I have to settle things with Noritsune. The truth is, I hadn't made up my mind to fight him. No, they're gonna go over there and fight, and then all of a sudden it's gonna be like, ah, she died! I can't believe it! We're gonna fake our death! Noritsune knows. He's got a plan. Come on. I didn't know how Noritsune would react. I didn't know how he felt or what I should do, but still. He's calling me. I have to go. My dad's calling me. I gotta go, guys. I couldn't just ignore him. I had to meet him straight on, just like I had so many times before. It's gotta be me. My lord. My shifting words reflected my shifting feelings on what might happen next, but I knew I had to go to him, damn right. There was a long silence that felt like an eternity. Then... All right, then go. Shungen! If Shauna decides to do this, I won't stop him. That's the decision I've made, and I'm moving on with it. He's just over there like, I can't believe you would first... It's not gonna happen. 1 in 5 chances. But Matt, that's 1 in 5 chance. 4 out of 5. 5? Yeah, okay. I'm going to let him go. Yeah. What? And that's right, Shunen. We've done all we can. All we can do now is trust in our Lord. Oh, Benkei. Oh, you don't know what's going on, but it's fine, sweetie. Pats him on his big, dumb, muscly brain. And Benkei, you too? Those two are like, what the fuck? It's... One of them's finally given up and realized we're never gonna love him, and the other one is just like, just you know, good boy. It's fine. If he's going to finish, then our goals are the same. Stop him. Suganopa's like, he's in love with him, so now get going. Thank you. I love him, and if someone's gonna kill him, it better be me. Anyway. With no one to stop me, and at Shungen's cue, our ship made its way to Noritsune's. Eventually, we were close enough for me to jump on board. We'll be seeing you then. No, you won't. Good luck! Nah, we're totally gonna pretend I'm dead, so... Right, I'm off. Everyone that had been with me to this point, I was going to leave them all behind, and I was going to go to him. Ah! With the encouragement of Shungen and Benkei at my back, I leapt from the ship. Into the water, smash my head on the bow, and then drown. That's the tragic love end. You came, Spacey. Noritsune. It was only the two of us. The other soldiers, perhaps frightened by Noritsune's strength, retreated to their boats and stared at us. What's with the glum face? Didn't you want to see me? Oh god, yeah, but I don't want to fight. Of course I did. I've missed you so much. Me too. I was at a loss for words. My thoughts were overflowing, but the situation wouldn't allow me to stop and take it all in. Everyone else is on boats around watching like, they're gonna fight? What's happening? Why do they look like they're gonna kiss? Like, hey, don't look so down. Now that we're finally together, why don't you smile? That's impossible. How can you smile at a time like this? What is there to be happy about? I'm gonna fucking pretend I killed you. I've been waiting for this moment for a long time. Of course I'm happy. Finally, the time's come. Let us fight, Spacey. Could we not, though? Surrounded by enemies on all sides, Noritsune laughed as he stared into my eyes. The smell of death was all around us. Well, I mean, I guess he's also thinking if he's gotta die, it's gonna be by our hand, which is kind of sweet, but, like, we're not gonna kill him, come on. This is the final battle between the Genji and the Heike, and I can't think of a more fitting place for us to finish this. Let's begin, Spacey. Let's begin our final fight! Also, like, pretend you stabbed me, and then I'll pretend... You should pretend you stabbed me, and then everyone will think I'm dead, and then we can run off together. So what you're saying is you're going to pretend to stab me, and then we're going to run off together? And he's like, yes! Didn't think of that. I'm just... He was genuinely looking forward to fighting with me. The smile on his face was typical Noritsune, but it broke my heart to see. I can't. I don't want to fight you. We promised we would settle this one day. Are you going back on your word? I can't fulfill that promise to you. Not like this. Are you really planning to die here? He's like, what? Is it because you feel you've already done your part? Because you've already helped so many of the Heike survive? Is that why you've given up on living? Is that why you want to die like a samurai in the heat of battle? He's like, are you stupid? I'm going to fake this whole shit. We're going to run away together. I feel like that's what he's been planning. I can't think of any other reason you'd have come here like this. You could have escaped. You could have fled. Spacey, Stop. No, I never promised this. I don't want to fight you. I don't want you to die. Spacey! Huh? For the first time, Noritsune's eyes wavered in pain as he pointed the tip of his sword at me. Well, are you really going to do this? I figured you had another plan. Stop. Say no more. Now he looks sad. I understand your hesitation. We've gotten to know each other so well. Tell him you love him. With all the other boats around, like, what? That's right. You and I... But Spacey, that promise we made is more important to me than anything. More than Heike or Genji. Really? The promise to fight is more important than our promise to love each other? Your priorities are fucked. It's important to me precisely because we've grown to understand each other so much. You don't feel the same? The promise to fight. He's like, no, the promise to be together forever. What the fuck is wrong with you? I'm like, that's the one I'm hoping you're talking about. The promise to be together forever? No, it was because of our promise to each other that I fought with you before, but I always thought that fate would bring us together in the end. It kind of has. Not in the right way, but... Don't lie to me! Don't walk away from a fight with your rival! Not again! Besides, this is the only way left for me. What? Please, if you care about the Heike people, if you care about me, accept this match. Fight with all you've got. Otherwise, it's all meaningless. This is not how I want this to end. And the tragic end, we're so going to kill him. It's going to be awful. Noritsune looked at me and lowered his voice. It's not enough that we let the people escape. As long as the Heike name lives, the Genji will continue to hunt them down. To put an end to all this, the Heike must be totally and completely defeated by the Genji. We have to show clearly for all to see that the Heike have fallen. And then we'll run away together. I think he's planning this. What? You? To see the Heike defeated? What does he mean by that? Noritsune spoke about the very thing I'd been worried about since I returned to the Genji army. There's gotta be a fight. A fight where the general of the Heike army dies in front of everyone. And that's why you moved your boat here. That's why he moved his boat here? That's you. Why are we saying that like we're talking about a third person? Finally, I understood what Noritsune was trying to say. I feel like she's supposed to be saying that in her head, but she said it out loud, so it's weird. He's not here only to die. He was here to show the Genji that the Heike had been destroyed. He was here to end the war. And he was doing it all for the Heike. So you understand? I've got to die here. I need to end this for everyone's sake. And I want it to be you who does it. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. Can't we just pretend that you died? Can we just make it look real but not actually kill you? And he's like, yeah, no, that's the plan. No. Please. His eyes never wavered from me. They were calm and confident and beautiful. Look at his face. Stop it, I can't kill him. Noritsune had already made up his mind. And like always, he would face his destiny head on. If in the good ending we have to kill him, I might actually cry. Like, in the tragic end, you're like, okay, I expect that. But not in the good end. Do not pull that bullshit on me. We're gonna fake it, right? But it's one of those things I told you last time. I'm like, they're gonna make you think, and you're gonna be like, wait, but... I'm a little concerned, game. You're making me question, because normally I'd be like, ah, fuck that, we're not gonna kill him. But, you know, we have played games where you're like, this is one of those, like, it's a happy end, but not really. I don't want that. Meanwhile, I'm pretty sure there are games that are being localized where the happy endings aren't exactly happy, so... But I wasn't expecting that in this, thanks. Yeah. Besides, happy ending. How is it a happy ending if I stab him? You know what I mean? So, anyway. Instead of, like, the true ending or whatever, you know, best ending where you're like, it's not really the best, but I suppose out of the some you're going to give me, happy ending implies he ain't going to die, so, anyway. Noritsune had already made his mind, and like always, he would face his destiny head on. I don't know if I read that or not, but anyway. Noritsune had once abandoned the Heike in order to live his own life, and now he was prepared to die to save the lives of all the Heike who still lived. This is too much. How can you always be so strong in the face of destiny, Noritsune? He was giving his life to save the helpless people of the Heike clan. I couldn't help but be in awe of his strength and compassion. But I don't want it to end this way. I wondered if this fate could have been avoided if he hadn't been so virtuous. But it's too late for that now, isn't it? You've made up your mind to protect the others. My heart felt as though it was being ripped in two. It was painful, and yet, at the same time, I felt myself coming to accept it. Typical Noritsune. Clumsy, proud, and kind. All the traits that had attracted me to Noritsune in the first place. His heart was pure, and I found myself enveloped in a mix of sadness and love for him. I really don't think he's clumsy, though. I mean, like, not physically clumsy. You know what I mean? Because, like, he's pretty graceful. You couldn't really be a samurai and be clumsy. I feel like that would just kind of be a bad mix. Like, maybe clumsy in, like, life matters, but not necessarily in, like, physical, like, you know, sword wielding. You know? Think of clumsy as being physical. Like, oh, I tripped! Instead of, like, I'm just, like, really bad, and, like, awkwardness is more than clumsiness, you know? You idiot, Noritsune. You really are a fool. I forced myself to wipe away the tears that were blotting my vision. The pain and sorrow I felt hadn't disappeared, but the hesitation about what to do was gone. If you're sure about this, then I guess there's nothing left for me to do but meet you in battle. I drew my sword and I pointed the tip of the blade at him. Look about how happy we both look about this. I don't agree. Very well. That works for me. Noritsune's smile deepened and his eyes brightened. Then, I am Noritsune Taira, leader of the Heike army. With the fate of the Heike clan at stake, I challenge Spacey Minamoto to a duel. He shouted loudly to announce his presence and intentions to all those around him. Noritsune. His strong gaze was fixed on me. How many times had those eyes challenged me before, and how many times had I accepted? He's gonna fall off the boat, and we're gonna think he's dead, and he's just gonna swim away, really underneath, far, far, far away, and we're like, ah! And we're gonna think he's dead, and then, like, 2 months later, we're gonna get a letter from some, from, what the fuck was the name that he used? Takahito? We're gonna get a letter from Takahito, and we're gonna be like, huh! And then he's gonna show back up, and everyone's gonna be like, oh, Takahito, does it, wait, what? What? No, it's not Noritsune, shh. Or we're just gonna disappear in the night, and no one's gonna know where he went. Anyway. He was always so direct, and sometimes even a little frightening, but perhaps that's why I was so attracted to him. I wanted to be equal with him. I didn't want to lose to him, and so... Noritsune Taira, leader of the Heike army, I, Spacey Kuro Minamoto, accept your challenge! I accept your challenge! That's how I would be accepting his challenge. Sobbing. They faced each other with their swords. A tingling sensation filled the air, and the murmurs of the others faded in the distance. And in that moment, Noritsune was all I saw. That was really weird, because it went from we're a narrator to now we're us again. Anyway. Well then, let's begin! Jesus Christ. Wow, Tim gets an A+ for all that sword slinging. Ah! Ah! I love how we're just like so happily trying to kick our boyfriend's ass in battle. I mean, we're tough, so. Ah! Ha! His wild swings approached me with frightening speed, but I caught each one head on. His attacks were more brilliant than any time we'd clashed our swords together before. But the thing is like, what happens if we falter and he accidentally kills us? I don't think he'd be so good with that. He's expecting us to kill him, but like... Holy crap, did you see that? Both Noritsune and Lord Spacey are so strong. They don't even look human. I'm pretty sure I'm not. I think I'm a magic dragon. Hey, watch out! They're headed straight for our boat! What? We are both, like, having way too much fun with this. Battle to the death. Phew. over! I love the fact that we're boat hopping in this battle. We're battle boat hopping. It's great. Boat battle hopping? Anyway. Look at the way they're jumping from one boat to another. It's inhuman. Yeah, and then he's gonna go in the end and do, yeah, perfect. And he's like, okay, now stand, you know. How can they move so lightly on the sea? Just, what are they? I've never seen anything like this before. It's otherworldly. Again, I feel like this goes back to, see, there's some kind of weird magical shit going on here. Is there weird magical shit going on? Like, I feel like there has to be. I mean, we have demon eyes. Come on. Like, and then I feel like this is another breadcrumb, like, here. And it's not even a breadcrumb. It's like a whole entire piece of fucking toast in your face. Like, hey, here you go. There's gonna be some shit later. I've never seen Noritsune fight like this before. I see. Perhaps he's found his reason for living and fighting that one. Yeah, Dad, are you gonna clue in? Lord Norimori, there are no longer many Heike ships left? So it seems that all but the Heike's main generals have either fled or been sunk. How you managed to survive, I don't know. I hope many of them were able to escape. What shall we do? Now that Genji are focused on the battle, I believe we too could escape. Fool! I'm watching my son fulfill his duty as a Heike. Can't just run away. Oh, Norimori's gonna die, isn't he? Oh well. Oh well. I'll watch Noritsune fight here. The rest of you are free to go. No, my lord, we'll stay with you. I see. That's nice of you, but... Fight, Noritsune! Fight! No matter what happens, I'll be here to see you through. I mean, that's kind of nice that his dad's like, I'll probably end up dead, but I'm gonna be here for you, son. That's nice. It's gonna die, but it's nice. Kiyomori wouldn't have fucking done that for his sons. He would have fucking kicked them in the ocean and run. You know what I mean? What a battle! Our lord and Noritsune seem evenly matched. Indeed. I don't think anything could get in the way of their fight now. Ah, you say that, now I worry. Shungen... I caught a glimpse of Shauna's face before. He was smiling. I saw the same thing. Even though he's in a battle for his very life? Those two are single-mindedly fighting with all their might. It's as if they can't see anything but each other. Shungen, fucking duh. Didn't you already say, like, months before, like, you guys are, like, connected? And then you just forget that clue? Oh. Ah! Okay! Really? Shungen? Seriously? It took you this fucking long? Idiot. Why are we surrounded by dumbasses? I love it. We're all idiots. It's almost like they're in love. And everyone else is like, oh, look at that CG! Oh! It's like kind of sad because we're fighting to the death with our boyfriend, but we look so fucking happy, both of us. It's kind of cute. Oh, I kind of love it. I hate it a little bit because, you know, you're like, I mean, I don't think he's going to die. But, like, you know what I mean? In, like, reality, one of us would probably die in this, and you'd be like, that sucks. But, like, there's something kind of pretty about it. I don't know. The CG's nice. Yeah. We flew from boat to boat, the waves rushing underneath us as we leapt, the sounds of our clashing swords ringing in the air. I mean, this is some hot foreplay. I'm just saying, for these two. I couldn't see anything but him. Strong. You've grown so strong, Noritsune. See! I know what Noritsune is going to do next. I can see his next attack before he does it. He too seemed to be able to read my attacks. If I slackened for even a moment, it would be all over. Yet in the midst of such intense fighting, we were both grinning wildly. The rush of wind when he dodged, the strength of our arms when we clashed. I could feel his life in all of it. I wanted to do this forever. To see only his eyes, to feel only his heartbeat, to live only in this scorching moment of passion. If you both die, then, like, forever your ghosts could do this. I'm just saying, right? I really wanted to live with you. I wanted to be with you forever and always. The happy ending cannot be that we kill him and then we're like, good for us! No! He got what he wanted! No. Yeah! As if to shake off these visions of dreams unfulfilled, we poured all of our unlived passion into our blades. And though we wished it would last forever, it eventually came to an end. Get... at each other at nearly exactly the same moment, and we both fell to our knees. And this is where you fall in the ocean, and you both disappear. And they're like, they killed each other, oh no! Right? Not bad. You too. I forced a smile on my sweat-streaked cheeks. This is it. We'd been fighting with all our might. We'd surpassed our own limits and had exhausted what strength we had. My whole body was covered in cuts and blood, burning hot with pain. Let's go, Spacey. Right. Come on, Noritsune. The look in his eyes convinced me. The next move would be the last, and this brief pause would be our final one together. It can't be that way. But the game is worrying me, like I'm slightly stressed out. Like, I want to have faith. Like, nah, I totally have faith, but I'm like, I don't know, man. I'm concerned. And I knew what kind of attack he would do next. And you know too, don't you? You know what I'm gonna do next. Both jump in the water. Because like he always said, we're alike, him and I. Without a word, our gazes intertwined. His quiet, calm eyes spoke more eloquently of his feelings than words ever could. Oh! That's so romantic, it hurts! Noritsune... His route gives me all the feels. Like, I really love it so much. Putting the last of my strength into my arm, I gripped the hilt of my sword. The air was cold and tense as the moment to strike drew near. But then... I can't kill you. What? What are you saying? This is the only way! He's like, just fucking pretend. I don't care! I don't want to lose you! I know you're ready. I know I'm being selfish, but... Tell him you love him. But I don't want to give you up. I want to be with you. We're far enough away that no one... Spacey, you promised me in Ichinotani. You promised me that we would live together. You promised that we would keep the people safe. My mind is the same as it was then, so please, don't die alone here. I won't let you fight on your own. If you intend to fight to your death, let me fight with you. He's like, okay, how about we pretend to die? Noritsune said that to convince the Genji that the Heike truly had fallen, he would have to die. But I wouldn't accept that. I stifled my trembling voice and struggled to speak. I hoped that my thoughts would be conveyed to him. You want to fight with me? You want to give up your life as a Genji and fight against this fate together with me? I mean, if that's what it means to have you. That's right. And I want to go, just as me. I choose to fight together with you, Noritsune. This is where we pretend to stab each other and fall off the boat. And he's like, hold your breath. And then we drop and we swim far, far away. I'm just saying we're far enough away no one would know. Come on, fake our deaths. Our happy ending can't be we die together. That's some fucked up shit. I mean, I guess it's better than killing him, but still, I don't like it. Not happy. You said I was the only one you could trust to watch your back. That I was the only one you'd want to risk your life with. Then let's do it. Let's risk our lives and let's conquer this terrible fate we've been given. Spacey. You really are stubborn. I thought this was the only way forward, but now I'm tempted to try and find another way. So, alright, let's take a chance. As long as I'm with you, it's worth it. Can we just kiss now so everybody knows we're in love, and then maybe they'll be like, can we just not kill him? Because that would be... Yeah, you know? Noritsune smirked and dropped the sword he was holding at the same time. And then we stab him! Ha ha! Fooled you! I'm kidding, I wouldn't do that. Oh my god, that'd be awful! No, we would never do that. Together... Oh, that's him. Together, we'll fight to the very end. Come on. Right. Let's go, Noritsune. Row the fucking boat away. Let's just run. We don't have to fight. We just have to run, motherfucker. He's like, wait, I got people waiting on us, like, for the boats. Let's go. With the heat welling up inside my heart, I readied my sword again. This is the end. Ah! I thrust out my sword and stepped forward. In one breath, I closed the distance to Noritsune and pounced. Are we pretending to kill him? Just before thrusting the blade into Noritsune's body, I pulled it back. I hugged him with all my might, and we both jumped out of the boat and into the sea. Oh, we were going to fake our deaths! To those around us, it probably looked as if I had stabbed Noritsune. Then, she was like, ah! Okay, good job. I told you we just needed to fake our death! Shana! My lord! Lord Spacey's fallen along with Noritsune! It's a draw! They're both down. I thought it said, but they're both drowned. And I'm like, that is not proper English. Okay. They're both down! Pull them up now! It's impossible! The tide's too strong! I can't see him anymore! That's exactly what we planned. Yos. My lord, no. No, this can't be! Oh, poor Ben. Feel so bad for him. Not anybody else. They'll get over it. Lord Spacey! I'm not ready to give up. We can search for them once the tide changes. No, it's impossible. We'll never find them. Shungen knows. He's like, they ran away together. Shana. I think Shungen is hoping, at least. He's like, we'll never find them. Because I'm pretty sure they ran away. Has Noritsune fallen? Very well. Then the war is over. Seems our luck has finally run out. Noritsune told me to run, but that seems like an impossibility now. Very well. She'll follow him below the waves. Oh no! Noritsune, your fake death made your dad die! Oh no! Yes, sir! During the battle, many other generals and ordinary soldiers deserted as Noritsune had told them to. But I must bear the Heike name to the bitter end. Oh no! I feel kind of bad. Like, as far as bad people go, you weren't your brother. Oh no, Noritsune, I'm kind of sad. If your dad died in battle, it'd be one thing. Oh, better to follow Noritsune's lead and die before falling into the hands of the enemy. Oh, but he faked his death. I hope Noritsune never finds out. I hope he's like, oh, my dad died in battle, not your dad basically gave up. Oh, this feels bad. I don't like it. Seize the Heike! Don't let him go in the water! Then my desire to die as a samurai, that too will be taken from me. Fight them, then. Living as a prisoner is a fate worse than death. But perhaps it is my fate to bear. You know what? Fight them. Just... It's okay. You can do it. Perhaps there's still a role for me to play for my family after the war. Oh, are you not going to die? Okay, good. I feel better about that. That was brilliant, Noritsune. You've done your part well. Allow me to take care of the rest. Okay, I thought seriously he was just gonna, like, jump in the water and drown himself. I'm like, oh. A violent current seemed as though it was about to swallow us both. It's flowing so fast. Noritsune! My outstretched hand was met with a firm grip. Through the swirling bubbles, I saw Noritsune desperately trying to pull me closer. I, too, reached out my arms to him. The rushing sound of water rumbled in my ears. Okay, we better not lose him now. But my mind was somewhat calm. There's nothing but us in this dark blue sea. Nothing else that, nothing else that keeps us from each other. That's right, because it says that keep us from each other. It's not, anyway. That's right. Now the only person beside me is Noritsune. I was clinging tightly to Noritsune's body. I'm not going to let you go. I'm going to stay with you forever, even if forever is here. Look. As if to tell me he was thinking the same thing, Noritsune wrapped his arm around my back. In our gradually fading consciousness, we held each other tightly, never to let go. Are we gonna, like, drown? Oh my god, that thunder is so fucking loud. That was my anger at this. But we're gonna wash up on shore somewhere to be fine. Spacey! Spacey, open your eyes! Yeah, we got to shore. Okay, good. Quick, take off your armor. That would have been the first thing you should have lost. That would have weighed you down. Oh, thank goodness. You made it! Noritsune? I was sitting near the beach, my back leaning against a tree. I'm so happy! Were we far from the battlefield? It was quiet. Only the gentle sound of waves and the call of birds broke the silence. Where are we? Are we alive? It looks that way, and it's all thanks to those men that we made it. These men that we made it. And that's when I finally noticed strange men at my side. What terrible luck you two have! It's a miracle you fell into those waters and survived! Who are these men? A local fisherman hired by the Heike. They had been told by Nordatsune to flee. Following his orders, they had successfully escaped the battlefield. They watched from a distance as Nordatsune and I fought and later fell into the sea.
Ah, you fell in when the tide changes from east to west, the fastest current. You two were swept away at once. On purpose. You'd be as good as gone to most folks, but we know the tides pretty well and knew where you'd end up. We went looking for you, and sure enough, you two came bobbing up.
I love this! Saved by these two random fisherman dudes that Nordatsune was like, hey man, thanks for helping us. Like, oh, how cute.
I thought for sure you were dead, but nope, there you were, alive and kicking. Closest thing I ever seen to a miracle, I say.
You don't say. My memory of the time when I was in the water was dim, and all I could do was nod vaguely at their explanation. More importantly, why did you help us? Yeah, I'd like to know that too. When you left the battlefield, your job was done. Why'd you bother to save us?
I don't know. Didn't seem right, I guess. You're human after all.
Well, maybe not, but... What?
Aye, all the nobles and samurai I've ever met were pompous bastards. Including those two cousins of yours, those blonde guys. They were drowning, but we beat them with a stick. They're dead now.
Oh no! Shigehiro and Tomomori are probably dead. Nothing's been said, and I don't want to know. Don't tell me. I'm just going to pretend that they're not.
People at the top don't ever treat us like people. When it comes to war, they'll use us as pawns and take what they like. But not you. You treated us like equals. You respected us. Shame to let someone as rare as that die, I thought.
Good job, Nordatsune! For being a good human! I see. At these words, Nordatsune's eyes widened. He stood up straight and bowed as low as he could. Please allow me to thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. You saved our lives. And now we can be together! And they're like, oh. When I bowed along with Nordatsune, the men just chuckled. I love that.
We'll never tell the enemy you survived. The rest is up to you.
That's what they told us. With that, the good-natured fishermen left. And then, as if to replace them, came... Oh, thank God they're not dead! Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I was actually kind of concerned. I thought it was gonna be we run away, and then nobody knows, and then we find out if they lived or died, but here are these motherfuckers! I'm not gonna lie, there's a part of me that's like, you can never get away from fucking Tomomori, can you? And I am not complaining about it. I love him. I am so glad that this motherfucker just haunts us. He's my favorite. I'm here for this. Oh, but it's so funny. We're like, oh, you two. Not our friends. These bitches. I love it. Well. If it isn't Nordatsune and Spacey, how are both of you? Seriously? You both made it? What luck. My jaw dropped as the two of them sauntered over to where we were standing. You're like, of all the... She's over there like, not gonna lie, Genji suck at fighting if you assholes survived. They never hit the water. They were like, we never ever went near the battlefield. We just got dressed up for nothing. Shigehiro bullshit would have been out there stabbing as many people as he could. Tomomori would have been like, I gotta watch the sand. Just in case. Like, I feel like... And it's not because he's a coward or anything. I just feel like he would have been like, yeah, out there certain death. I'm gonna find the best odds to not get fucking stabbed. Shigehiro would 100% be like fucking swimming in the ocean to stab people. I know they're already dead, but I just want to stab them some more. I feel like he's a little bloodlusty. And psycho, you know, anyway. I just love the fact that these bitches survived. I was concerned. I actually thought one of them was going to die, if not both. But anyway. I hope Tomomori never dies. Shigehiro, I'm sorry. That means you've got to go sometimes. Because, like, but Tomomori always has to be safe, alright? I kind of feel like I don't want any of our love interests to die in any of the routes, but it would be kind of realistic if, like, you know, when we're in a route for, like, our brother or Benkei or Shungen that they die. You know what I mean? That, like, Nordatsune dies or something, because they're our enemy. And in this case, like, I want Nordatsune to live, obviously, and I don't really want our friends to die. But, like, you'd think, like, somebody should have died, but maybe because it's, like, the first recommended route, they're like, oh, we're gonna go easy on you, and then after that, fuck it! Just to give you a false sense of security. I mean, if people die in bad endings, I'm not worried about it, because it's a bad ending, you know, but anyway. My jaw dropped as the two of them sauntered over to where we were standing. Of all the fucking people. Tomomori, Shigehira, you guys made it? And you're here. Fuck. Of course. What, did you really think the Genji could catch us? But why are you here? He's over them. I love it. It's obvious, isn't it? We came here to see you, of course. Besides, you're the one who told us to prioritize our lives. Is it any wonder we're still alive? I love him. And more importantly, could you have found a more remote beach? Seriously, it took forever to find you guys. If you found us! Worried. It can't be helped, Shigehira. Otherwise, they'll be found out. Those fishermen knew quite a good place to hide you. Oh, that's true. The fishermen were on their side, so alright. I was like, oh, but if you assholes found us. But the fishermen were helping, so yeah. What is with these guys? Despite Noritsune and my astonishment, the brothers remained aloof and unconcerned. That's what I love the most about them. Like, a bunch of people just died. They're like, oh, cool, you're alive. Neat. Tomomori's like, good, because if you died, I'd have been really bored. It was hard to believe that the war was really over, and I found myself getting more and more confused. Your face is cute when you're confused. Yes, there's something else. We're not the only ones here. And while we're looking for you guys, we met up with some of the others who escaped. Come now, show your faces. Shigehira called out to them. It's gonna be the people we saved. Oh, no. Lord Noritsune! We're so glad you're safe! What? You guys made it out too? A large number of Heike troops appeared from behind the rocks. Apparently, they too had fled the battle on Noritsune's orders. Was that the reason why the Heike's numbers dwindled so quickly? You're like, wow, I thought we were doing really good. He's like, nah, we fucking pieced out. The soldiers rushed to Noritsune's side in tears, rejoicing that he was safe. It's so cute. Look at his face. He's so happy. Oh, I just love it. Oh, Noritsune, you deserve to be happy, sweetie. I love you so much. I also knew many of the soldiers from my time at Ichinotani. Just like the Heike women and children, they all knew I was Genji, but they showed no hostility toward me. I heard what the fisherman said. You're so lucky to be alive. We're so glad you made it out, too. Thank you, everyone. I'm glad you did, too. Their adoration for Noritsune and their acceptance of me was heartwarming. I hope there are women and children who are in the Genji camp as prisoners of war get, like, set free and they can, like, find their way back. You know what I mean? I was thrilled to see how many of them had survived the war. Like, it's good that they're not dead, but, like, I hope that they, like, let them go. Like, okay, you're just innocent women and children. Go off, and then they can, like, find their families again. Because it'd just be really sad, you know? After a brief moment of rejoicing at the sight of his soldiers, Noritsune turned back to Tomomori. Pushes him in the ocean. What happened after? Did the Heike lose? Of course we lost. Everyone saw you and Spacey fall into the water and die after a spectacular fight. That's what they all believe. Everyone was watching. Everyone saw you both die, no doubt. Also, Spacey, your vassals seem pretty sad. I bit my lip at the sharp pain that ran through my chest. I knew that this would be the end result, but it still hurt to think about. It's okay. They'll be sad, but they'll go on with their lives, and they're not dead. That's the important part. Still, I had no right to grieve. After I turned my back to them, I knew I wouldn't see them again. After losing their general, the Heike army collapsed. The remaining generals either escaped or were captured by the Genji. Your father, Lord Norimori, was one of the first captured, though perhaps he was prepared for that. I see. That's gotta be hard. But at least you didn't jump in the sea and drown. Could you imagine the scene? And then Tomomori's like, oh, yeah, after you fell in the sea, your dad thought you were dead and he jumped in the sea and killed himself. So just have fun with that. Like, at least your dad's captured and alive. I mean, if he died in battle fighting, that's one thing. But he was gonna jump in the sea after you. So, like, I feel like this is a better result. And the Genji have finally destroyed the Heike. And that's what everyone believes, just like you planned. Well, I suppose one thing didn't go as planned. I thought you were going to die with all of it on your shoulders. But you're still here. I suppose that's all thanks to Spacey. You're like, yeah, he's like, I intended to die. That's right. And come to think of it, it was always Spacey who changed your mind. I love the way he looks at us. God damn it, Tomomori, stop looking at me like that. Goddamn beautiful motherfucker. And it was those changes that led the fishermen to respect you. As a result, both your lives were saved. I never thought it would end like this. Very few of the old stories tell a tale as satisfying as this one. Tomomori stared at me and Noritsune and laughed heartily. Tomomori is the old man, by the way, that like when he has grandkids tells them like crazy, wild, fucking insane stories. Because his imagination just goes fucking insane. Because like, he's so bored with everything, he's like, aha, tell a tale! And he's gonna take this and like, yeah, it's a pretty great story, but he's gonna fucking twist it. This is where you... And then there were dragons! That's where I got the dragons from. He told me the story. I'm just kidding. But you know what I mean? Like... He is that old man that tells you the wild, and you're like, Grandpa, there's no way that fucking shit happened, but like, okay. Like, but you know, the little kids, wow, he's so amazing. Our children, and we're gonna be like, oh, goddamn, your fucking cousin's insane. He's that crazy old man that has the crazy stories, and you're like, is he okay? Is he on something? He doesn't know, but the stories are so great, you're like, I know it's bullshit, but like I'm here for it, man. Yeah, absolutely. Anyway, Tomomori stared at me and Noritsune and laughed heartily. I had a lot of fun too. My brother's right. It's never a dull moment watching the two of you. Even though I couldn't slaughter people, so it's disappointing. But like, whatever. So what are you guys gonna do now? Honestly, I'm not quite sure. It's like, I was planning to die, so like, I don't know. Noritsune sighed and looked out across the ocean. A lot of blood's been spilled. Tried to help as many of them as I could, but still, so many lost their lives. And yet, it's okay for me to live, isn't it? Kiss him, goddammit, right now. Noritsune, he seemed as helpless as a lost child. I couldn't help but take his hand in mine. Live, Noritsune. But we had a deal, remember? We're gonna forge our own path, and us, and only as us, and only us. We would live neither as Genji nor as Heike. At first it was only a dream, but we kept pursuing it. We kept believing in it, and finally we had reached this point. Let's live together, Noritsune. I'm sure that together we can overcome whatever comes our way. Spacey... I looked up hopefully at him. Noritsune stared back at me and laughed joyously. Yeah, let's do that. His hard palm squeezed mine. And that's why we're here after all, to fulfill that promise. Let's stay together, Spacey. With you, I'll go anywhere. And everyone else is standing around like... Tomomori's over there clapping with Julie. Giggling, and everyone else is a little like... What? Right. Because they're all watching this. He knows there's like 20 people here, right? It was time to say goodbye. The reddish clouds of the evening sky bid us farewell. Last remnants of the lives we left behind. That was so weird. It was time to say goodbye. The reddish clouds of evening sky bid us farewell. Last remnants of the lives we left behind. It's like a poem, but that is not a full comprehensive sentence. But, you know, it was poetically almost there. It was more like a not quite a haiku, but you know what I mean. The soldiers who adored Noritsune begged him to escape along with them. I'm afraid I can't go with y'all. My role as a Heike is over. Our destination's not Heike or Genji. We're gonna live just as we are. I'm sorry. I hope you can understand. We understand if that's truly your wish, Noritsune. We'll escape by ourselves then, and we'll live, we promise! Hopefully take off your armor first, because, like, otherwise, yeah. As Noritsune lowered his head, they looked sad, but said nothing more. As for Tomomori and Shigehira, oh god, they're not coming with us, are they? Ugh. Guess the Heike family really is gone. What should we do? We don't know how to do anything. How about we tag along with Noritsune? I'm sure their story's bound to be even more interesting from here on out. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ! This is my man harem? I'm okay with it. Absolutely okay with it. Oh, I like that. Don't! I'm serious! It was impossible to tell if they were joking or not, but they merely looked at Noritsune and burst out laughing. Very well. Three's a crowd and all that. There's 4 of us here, though, dear. Perhaps it's best we make other arrangements, Shigehira. He was like, oh, really? What, she can't handle 3? I can absolutely handle this man harem. I like this one. Thank you. Like what? Well, I guess I don't care as long as we're together, brother. Oh my god, Shigehira's gonna have to die in Tomomori's route, because otherwise it's like, so we're getting married, and why is your brother up here with us? I can't go anywhere without Tomomori. Like, oh my god. Oh, he's so gonna die in Tomomori's route. That's gonna be an awkward honeymoon. Okay, otherwise, I'm just saying. It's likely that the Genji will someday come after the remaining Heike leaders. Perhaps it's best we go somewhere far away. Let's travel far away and see what fate has in store. The Heike have fallen. Now will come the age of the Genji. Will they flourish? Will they crumble? I'd like to see for myself. I love him so much. It works for me. I enjoy watching human struggles. In fact, I don't think I'll ever get bored of that. There was something strange and alien in the way Tomomori and Shigehira laughed, and it made my heartbeat quicken. Still, I felt no hostility toward them. They were poor, sad weirdos. I love them. I couldn't say that I understood them, but we had fought together until the bitter end, and I was glad to see them after the battle. I'm glad to see Tomomori still alive, too. Don't get me wrong. I don't dislike the sight of Shigehira, but like if he had died, it would have been like, as long as it's not Tomomori. All I'm saying. Sorry. If I gotta sacrifice one of you, it's not Tomomori, that's all I'm saying. Well then, Spacey, Noritsune, I'm sure we'll be seeing you again sometime. I'm sure. You guys take care. And don't get yourselves killed before we have the chance to come visit. Of course not. Well then, looking forward to seeing you guys again someday. Bye, beautiful. Then we were truly alone. Shall we? Yeah, let's go. And so we started walking, hand in hand. We'd left our friends, homes, and nearly everything we held dear behind. All we had left to hold on to was each other. But in truth, it was all I needed. Walking with Noritsune, living together under the same big, beautiful sky. The end. No, we can't listen to the thing. I'm sorry. We can't. I had to stop it. Okay, well, this is the happy ending, so I guess we're just gonna do it and go a little over, because I was gonna end there, and then I was like, wait, is this the credits? Okay. So we'll do this. I'm sure it can't be too long, but we'll see. Several seasons later, the Battle of Donora ended the war in victory for the Genji, and in destruction for the Heike. The Genji formed a new government, and soon the samurai class were all under the control of my older brother. Hearing these rumors, Noritsune and I continued to flee further and further south. Then, after a long journey, we finally found a place where we could live together. A land blessed with a warm climate, where all of the residents led very simple lives. The distant power of Genji couldn't reach us, and there were none who knew who we were. We'd arrived at a place to call home. Look, in the little hut that we took with us. I'm just kidding. I'm home! It was early evening, and Noritsune had returned to the small house where we were living. Welcome home! Look, we're living like a girl now! And every once in a while, we sneak out to the woods and have sword fights. Look what I got today! He's all proud of himself. It's probably a tiny little minnow. I'm just kidding. I got a carrot! I'm just kidding. Oh, it's precious. Wow, those vegetables look delicious! And so much fruit! What's this one? Never seen it before. I tried one before. It's delicious. Here, have a bite. All right, I'll just take one. Oh, it's so sweet. It's a little strange, but it's so delicious. I thought you'd like them. I traded some of our vegetables with the villagers to get them. Oh, this is delicious. Thanks, Noritsune. It's the least I could do. You seem to be getting better and better at working in the fields. Yeah, I've never farmed before, but I think I'm starting to get the hang of it. As I continued to nibble at the sweet fruit, I thought back to the time when we first arrived here. It was hard for us to adjust in the beginning. Noritsune learned to plow the fields by watching the villagers, and he worked diligently to get to know them all. Recently, he's finally gotten used to farm work, and our lives have become more stable thanks to the help of our neighbors. Noritsune wielding a hoe. That's something I never could have pictured back when I first met him. I don't know, Shigehiro knows how to wield a hoe. Oh, those poor prostitutes. It's not nice. But it's kind of funny. So, how's it going on your end? Noritsune looked at my hand to see the results of my labor. Hey, that's pretty good. Right? I managed to finish it with some help from the villagers. I'd made a woven wooden basket, a traditional item that people here use daily. You're quite good at things like that, aren't you? Though I've got to admit, I never imagined you'd be a good cook, too. Rude! It was all part of the training at the temple. They really drilled it into us. Shungen's a good cook, too. Spacey... I'm sorry, it's nothing. I felt an ache in my chest every time I thought about my friends. It was a feeling I knew would probably never go away. I wonder if they're all still grieving about my death. It pained me to think like that, and there were moments when knowing I deceived them became almost too difficult. And yet, it's been several seasons, so it's been like almost a year, say, right? So, like, if we pretended to die in spring, you'd have summer, winter, summer, fall, winter. Fall comes in between, you know what I mean? And then it's like, okay, so it's like 2 or 3, it's like 6+ months-ish, half a year at least. You don't have to apologize. You didn't do anything wrong. Noritsune's arms gently wrapped around me. Oh, we're gonna get a beautiful CG here, aren't we? Eventually. You remember, Spacey, and here in Izumi we promised to bear our fates and fight with everything on our backs. Yeah, I remember. It was the night before Noritsune was to be executed. The night I let him go when we knew we could never escape our fate. And yet we did. How in the world could I ever forget the pain and weight of that day? We had to leave everything behind so we could live this life together. Have we ever told each other that we love each other? I'm assuming we have, but, we didn't get to see that, so... Like you, I lost a lot in the war, too. Soldiers who believed in me, who fought for the Heike. Somehow I managed to make it through the war and build a life with you, but it's still painful sometimes. I know that you have sleepless nights from time to time, Noritsune. The memory of losing the people he cared about in the war was a deep scar on his heart. We spent our days pretending to be oblivious to the other's pain, always trying to be cheerful and look toward the future. Though we'd traveled far to reach the safe land, there were days when it still felt like we were trapped at Denora. The thing is we're trying to, it's like, you need to talk about it. Share your feelings with each other and support each other. They're kind of trying to support each other with, smiles, oh, hey, I know you're having a bad day, so I'm going to be all smiles, but it's like, maybe just let him vent and you vent too, and it'll be okay, I'm sorry. I know I can't erase the pain of your loss. Why are you apologizing? I know it's hard for you, too. I guess we're both feeling guilty about the whole thing. You were ready to die. If anything, it's my fault you have to live with this guilt. Listen, Spacey. Noritsune's strong, straight eyes captured me. My body became numb and I could hardly move. I knew from the very beginning that if I lived through the war, I'd have to live with this guilt. But I also knew that if I chose to live, I'd be together with you. That's so sweet. He was right. We had both made the choice to leave our friends and loved ones behind. We knew that the pain would come, but we took each other's hand on that beach and decided to stay together. I've never once regretted that choice. I want to live with you. I want to be with you forever and always. My heart. I'm so happy living with you. Sometimes I feel like I could cry. Oh, stop! You're gonna make me cry. Noritsune, let's happy cry together. And I don't ever want you to regret the choice to live with me either. I swear I'll spend the rest of my life doing everything I can to make up all you've lost. To make up all your... Well, 4 maybe? And I promise I'll never hesitate to live ever again. Joy and sorrow, and no life's complete without both. A life spent protecting the ones you love is a life well lived. And that's why I told those soldiers when we fought. That's what I told those soldiers when we fought at Ichinotani. And the one I want to protect is you. More than anything or anyone I gave up, and the only one I wanted was you. You're the one I want to protect. And then we have a heart attack and die, because this is so goddamn adorable. God, the thunder. Noritsune's eyes filled with light. In his eyes I found a warm glow, one that enchanted me more than anything else in this world. I noticed that tears were running down my cheeks. Noritsune smiled as he wiped them with a gentle hand. Do we get a fucking kiss, CG, finally? That's what this one should be. It's rare to see you cry. How could I not, after all that? And then, how about a smile? I love your smile. I love you. You love it? Come to think of it, I guess I never said it to you before. We've been together for, half a year! Ah! It's not a kiss, CG, but goddamn, it's beautiful! Stop it! Noritsune cradled my cheeks in his hands. Oh, do we get a second version of it? Ah! I love you, Spacey. I could see my reflection in his feverish eyes. I was speechless. I love you more than anything in this world. I'd sacrifice anything just to protect this moment, to be here with you, and that's how much I love you. We've been living together for months and you haven't told me? I'm just saying. Did you forget? Did we forget? Tears began spilling out of my eyes into Noritsune's hands again. I wanted to stop crying. I wanted to show him the smile that he loved, but I couldn't help myself. You can smile and cry at the same time. It happens. I love you too. I spoke to him in a hushed tone, and his smile deepened. I know. Jerk. Typical Noritsune. Oh, there's our kiss! Here we go. Oh, I'm not doing the moan sound. Okay. We kissed as if to confirm the silent promise we'd made to each other in that moment. The first time his lips touched mine, they were soft, and I felt my heart melting into his. I think it's so cute that you, ran away, found a life, you've been doing that, and this is the first time you've kissed this man. Dear God! You awkward nerds! I love you, Noritsune. I really, really do. I do too. I'm not gonna lie. It was as if I'd lost all composure, all hesitation. The words I'd been unable to say for so long came pouring out. Beautiful. My heart's so happy. It's all the feels. I love it. As we kissed, I could feel our breath twisting and turning, flowing in and out. When our lips parted, I was out of breath. I never thought I'd be so bold as to put my thoughts into words like that. The tears stopped, and I couldn't help but feel embarrassed. His face close to mine, Noritsune began to laugh. So, you can make that kind of face too, huh? What kind of face is that? Cheeks dyed red with embarrassment, looking up at me like that. I could get used to it. Look who's talking! Look who's blushing too! Also me. Looking at you now, I'd never in a million years believed you were a man. I didn't question it at the time, though. I'd never in a million years believe you were a man, yeah. Don't make fun of me! I'm sorry. Looking at you like this, I just can't help but get carried away. I'm just saying. Please don't make me read that, but we know what's gonna go down. Come to think of it, I don't feel like my impression of you changed a bit after I learned who you really were. I know, and that's why we love you so much. You were just like, oh, cool. I guess there was just nothing to say. I knew how much you already suffered hiding who you were for all those years. And it just didn't matter to me whether you were a man or a woman. And I love that too! I love it. You weren't like, I'm glad you were a woman, because he's like, I don't give a shit. If you were a man, we'd still be right here. Ah! You're such a good boy. I love you so much. Huh? You're stronger than anyone I've ever met, and you're so beautiful. The same now as you were then. Yeah, he was definitely gay for us, which I love so hard. It didn't matter to me if you were a man or a woman. You stole my heart from the moment I first met you. I love it so much. Stop. like, get out of here. Which I guess is why I wanted to win against you. I wanted to see my reflection in your eyes. This is a little bit better way to see your reflection in my eyes, isn't it? And every time I did, I was drawn even more to you. I love him so goddamn much. Noritsune, I didn't think I was gonna love him this fucking... Well, okay. I've known till now, like, when we got into his route. But I think in the very beginning, when, like, we got to him, I was like, oh, okay, sure, Noritsune, he seems fine. Oh, God, no. Every single... My mind is blown on this route. It's amazing. I swear to God, the game's got a lot to live up to, though, is all I'm saying. You saw me for who I really am, even from the beginning. The words he spoke to me made my pulse quicken. His eyes swayed as he stared at me, and I found myself drawn to them. I suppose you're the one that led me here. If I had never met you, I would never become the man I am now. It's gonna be interesting seeing him in the other routes, being a totally different person. I'd have died along with the rest of the Heike. I'd have never met the people of this world or known their struggles. Noritsune, what he said was true. The old Noritsune was stubborn and knew little of the world outside of the Heike. That's going to be him in every other route. That's sad. But Noritsune, it's the same for me. If I had never met you, I would have never had the courage to fight against my fate. I would have lived and died trapped forever as a Genji. Noritsune always gave it his all, and his diligence and determination made a big impact on me. It was Noritsune that made me consider how I truly wanted to live. I wanted to catch up to you as you continued to grow stronger. I wanted to be able to stand on equal footing with you. It was you that brought me here too, Noritsune. I see. And I guess we really are alike after all. Narrowing his dazzling eyes, Noritsune stroked my cheek. And we're right where we're supposed to be. Yeah. You're my beloved, and at the same time, you're my best rival. A radiant smile graced his face. My beloved. My rival. It's like the best enemy to lover freaking route ever. The words fell easily into my heart. A smile appeared on my face as joy welled up within me. It's exactly right. It fits us perfectly. He's not only my love, but also my equal, the person with whom I'll continue to compete and improve with. It was the perfect way to give shape to the feelings I felt for him. And knowing that he felt the same, I was so filled with joy I could barely contain it. Sure took us a long time to figure that out. Well, only you guys. The rest of us knew. I'll say. But I suppose that's fitting too. Noritsune's hand reached out to mine again. He stroked my cheek as if to tickle me and then moved his fingers to my lips. My heart leapt in my chest at his touch. We already know what it's like to be rivals. Oh. When it comes to lovers, well, I guess we'll just have to learn that together too. Oh! Woo! Putting the moves! We already had our epic foreplay in that battle, so. He pressed his lips to my ear and whispered to me. I felt my face grow hot. Yeah, now he's had a taste. Woo! Gonna want the whole fucking cupcake over here. Come on, don't get shy of me now. We've already told each other how we feel, right? Yeah. But that was just a moment ago! And to hear you call us lovers, it's embarrassing. I like it when you touch me like this, but I can't help but get nervous. You? What? Whoa! We both fell to the floor with great force. Yeah, fell, okay. Before I could get up, Noritsune was on top of me. Uh-huh. Noritsune! Stop stirring things up like that. What are we stirring up? Don't answer that. What are you talking about? I'm not trying to stir things up. The fact that you don't know makes it even worse. Don't look at someone who loves you like that. Feisty. How many times do I have to tell you? You're too unaware of how others see you. It doesn't matter how many times you tell me I love you, so I can't help but look at you like that. It's kind of cute. Damn. Guess you got me there. You should be impressed I've been able to live with you and contain myself until now. Yeah, but you never told me until right now that you love me, so, like, I'm just gonna say, simmer down. Noritsune glared at me with a frustrated but blushing face. You think I could live with you like this day in and day out without doing anything? It's been months, so yeah, apparently. What? On one hand, I was embarrassed, even a little upset. On the other hand, I was completely taken aback. We promised that we'd live together, but our relationship had been at a standstill. We were struggling just to get through our days, and while I cared about him, I didn't have time to think about him in that way. I never thought that Noritsune had been struggling to contain himself all this time. It's kind of funny, actually. She's like, oh, yeah, okay. I thought you didn't care. How would that even be possible? You really expect me to not feel this way living under the same roof as the woman I love? Oh, we're all so naive. It's adorable. My whole body feels like it was on fire at the my whole body feels like it's on fire at the frankness of his words. I mean, we probably could have split this up into 2 parts, but whatever. I'm too embarrassed. As I tried to hide my face in shame, Noritsune took hold of both my hands. Do you understand a little better now? All right, I got it. Don't look at you. No, I don't think you do. I think I'd better show you how much I love you. Whoa, look at the look on his face. Feisty. Stop it. Don't stop. Noritsune giggled, bringing his face closer to mine. He giggled. That's even funnier. It's not like, he's like, Our lips almost touched again, and I found myself drunk with passion. Be prepared. Apparently I have a tendency to be set off by you. I don't just want to tell you how I feel about you, if you know what I mean. I think you're gonna have to show me, because I'm a little confused. I don't know what you mean. This is too much! As soon as we confirmed our feelings for each other, my heart couldn't keep up with how passionate he was. My cheeks are flushed and my heart beat wildly in my ears. Noritsune would stop suppressing his feelings for me, stirred me up with a torrent of intense feelings. I mean, this is the only part I will complain about her in, because she's been so tough, and I understand the awkwardness, but he's like, yeah, let's go, and she's like, oh no! Now she's got to turn into an awkward fucking daffodil? Stop. I understand being slightly awkward, like, wait, but I feel like you would have, you know what, I'm gonna need you to stop being like every other freaking fainting violet, and I need you to fucking hike those tits up, girl, because she's fucking kick-ass, so she shouldn't be, like, overly embarrassed. I'm not saying she should be a nymphomaniac, but I don't think, oh no, and to be like, what, oh my god, this is awkward, and then be like, I mean, alright, fuck it, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna fuck him, you know what I mean, just like, you kind of lost her at the end. She was so fucking amazing, but she still had that like, oh no, awkward. I mean, I get they're both a little awkward, but he's like being a little awkward about it, but still like, yeah. And then she's just 100% falling into the normal Otome heroine trope. And it's like, this is where you're going to disappoint me, game. Overall, still 9 out of 10, but this is where she loses a point if she's going to be this fucking like, ooh, about it. Like, come on. Women can have a sexuality too. Can we stop with them like, oh no, oh, I'm awkward, oh no, no. Like, a little bit is fine, but now you're gonna need to man up and take him, okay? I'm just saying. Yeah. It just drives me crazy when they act like this. As someone who is borderline asexual, for God's sakes, and is like, I could give a crap less if I ever have sex. Ever. It doesn't make a difference to me. I'm still in these games like, I'm gonna need you to not be such a little whiny bitch about this. Get in there! My brain is a whore. My body is basically dead from the neck down. Anyway. Having him expose his desires to me, his heavy breath on top of me, I felt embarrassed. Yeah, I'm gonna need you to stop that! Get over it. This is frustrating. I don't want to be the only one who feels embarrassed. I'm pretty sure he does too, but I wanted to make Noritsune blush as much as I already was. Without thinking, I forcefully pressed my lips to his. Okay! Alright, are we gonna turn it around? Because, okay, alright. His surprised eyes quickly closed, and he pressed himself closer to me. How about that? Oh, now she's acting awkward. I love you too. You really think you're the only one who gets riled up? Besides, I can't stand how much I love you too! My face was red with embarrassment, and I almost felt that I couldn't I could bear it no more, but I didn't want to let him win either. Okay, good. Okay, good. If your competitive nature is where you fucking hike your tits up, yeah, okay. All right. Let's get competitive. Show you who's more riled up. All right, I can handle that. Stop being embarrassed and, like, acting like a fainting violet, though. You were taught to kick fucking ass. This is not the time to freaking, like, hide in the corner. Surprising me like that's not fair. His face quickly turned the same shade of red as mine. Seeing this, I felt like I finally had scored a blow on him. Had finally scored a blow on him. Yeah, that's what she said. What did I say? Wow, never mind. Not fair? Huh. You were just careless. What's with you? Yeah, you thought you had the leg up, huh? That's what it is. We stared at each other, red-faced, until eventually we both erupted with laughter. What can I say? I'm just no match for you. Ugh, I hate losing to you. Me too. Let's win together. Oh. Either way, I like competing with you like this too. Ah, well, in this case, both of us win at the end. Hopefully. He smiled at me, his face still red. Then he pressed his forehead against mine. I'm gonna keep chasing you, Spacey. My love and my rival. I promise. I'll always be the man to support however you want to live. So keep your eyes focused on me, not on anyone else. And for the rest of our lives, stay with me. Spacey, live with me until we have no life left to live. In his piercing gaze, there was also burning desire. My heart trembled at the intensity of it. My heart was screaming with love for him. I promise, you're the only one I'll look at and the only one I'll love. There could never be anyone I'll love as much as you. I mean, for me, it's Tomomori, but whatever. Should I ruin the moment? No. I want to stay with you and only you, Noritsune. We stared directly into each other's eyes as I spoke, and I saw his eyes narrow into a smile when I had finished. Let's stay together, and I promise never to leave your side again. I closed my eyes again as our lips met, and I felt his body press heavily on top of mine. As if to make up for all the times it took for us to say these words, our overlapping bodies spoke together in mutual heat. Oh, I'm sure it's going places. Please don't make me read it. This is the perfect place to end. Oh, this is when we first met him! Noritsune, my guiding light, my rival, my love, my everything. Although we had long been attracted to each other, the names and fates we bore prevented us from being together. I'd never forget the lives that were lost in the war and the precious friends I was forced to leave behind. But finally, the dream I'd been chasing all this time had become a reality. All this love, all these feelings, I could finally express them all to him. This future we had fought for was ours and ours alone. Shoulder to shoulder, expressing our love through words and body. Sometimes we fought, of course, but we would live our lives together, standing shoulder to shoulder. I'd risk my life, my heart, and everything I held dear to be by his side, and I'd do it all again. The vows we made to each other were engraved on our hearts, and they burned hot with passion. As we felt our bodies melting into one another, I put all my strength into our entwined hands. Hot. That's so beautiful. Oh. Okay, hold on. Wait, there we go. Album. It's a long ass part, but it's okay. Images. All right, hold on. Hi, sorry, buddy. My bird's been sitting with me, and oh look, I like how Tomomori's fucking like locked. Wait a minute. Is that supposed to be Benkei? But like, why is he like locked? That's weird. Oh no, Shungen's next. Here you go, buddy. I'm sorry. Come here. I'm sorry. You've been sitting with me for like an hour and 20 minutes. You gotta go poops. Oh, good boy. Thank you. Come back. Thank you. Sorry, buddy. Look, he's just been sitting with me for over an hour, so I had to take him to his poopy spots. Anyway. It is weird that our brother is unlocked. But like, interesting. It's weird that Benkei's not. 14 of 15. Oh, okay. That bottom row isn't there. I was like, there's nothing on that bottom row. I guess it's not supposed to be. That'll probably be from our bad ending, but okay. Let's see. All right, so touch the guide to hide and double touch to show the guide. That would be like doing this. Okay. Left and right are next. Zoom, return. Okay, so. But like, what if there are multiples? Hold on a second. Like this one, there's 3, right? So what do you do? Display differences is A. Okay, cool. That's what it usually is, isn't it? Yeah, anyway. But if you hit A, yes! I hate it when games you're going through the thing and you hit A to show the differences, and then it scans to and it goes back. And I'm like, no, because I don't know how many there are. You know what I mean? This one's beautiful. We get to see Tomomori. Oh, God. Yeah. These are good. The CGs are really good in this game, I'll be honest. Honestly, this is probably the weakest one, if I remember. It kind of looks like a rough sketch. Everybody, like, you know what I mean? Like, the CGs are usually almost 10 times better than the sprites. But the sprites look better than that CG. But, like, it's still a really fucking good CG. It's just the weakest one. Which is saying something. You know what I mean? Like, the fact that, like, you're like, oh, it's a good CG. It's actually the weakest out of all of them. Like, shit. They're really good. This one's cute. She's so cute in the background. All right. I am glad that she womaned up at the end, because I was like, if she keeps going that whole, like, oh, I'm embarrassed. I'm like, well, fucking. But then she's like, wait a minute. And I'm gonna lose to you. Okay, cool. All right. You got upset. Okay. I spoke too soon, but still, it was starting to get to me. I was like, no, don't do this. She has been so strong through the whole thing, so. You know? Look at them holding hands as he's bleeding. If he wasn't, like, bleeding to death here, it's hot, CG. Still. And I like it goes back instead. Oh, it's so perfect. It goes back instead of going, And this is what I want when there's multiples. If I keep hitting A, just keep cycling through them. Don't go, oh, it's at the end. Let's go back to the main menu. Don't do that. I hate that. It's a lot of him pinning us down, huh? Or us pinning him. This is like we're fighting. Yeah, feisty. CGs are beautiful, though. They really are. I do love this one, too. I forgot about it. It's like, whatever, I'm gonna fucking carry you. Oh, it's adorable. He's like, don't look at the wound. Just look at the wound. Don't look anywhere else. His face is so cute. Oh, his route was really good. I'm not gonna lie. He's not normally the character that I would like, but then again, they did him so well. You know what I mean? Because normally he'd be like, whatever. Yeah, I don't like you. And he kind of started out that way, but then he was like, no, I do fucking like you. I don't give a shit. And like, God, I love that. Like, he absolutely 100% changed instead of sticking to being the same person. Like, they gave him growth as a character, and I really like that. And like us too, you know what I mean? But like, I feel like a lot of times in routes, it's like, this is the way the character is, and maybe they change a little bit, but not too much. And like, I don't know. Yeah! That one's beautiful. Oh, and there's our kiss! And there's our beautiful CG. And then they're back to the beginning, right? Yeah. So, like, the thing is there is not a single CG of him that we are not in. Well, except for this one with Tomomori. Like, the weakest one of the bunch. I'm just saying, which is odd. But, like, you know, it's the best ending, so of course we're going to end with this one. Not the kissy part. We need the beautiful him looking into her eyes, because he looks really good in this one. I normally personally like CGs where it's just our menfolk without the main character, but I do like her a lot. She's drawn really well. She, like... but it's probably because, well, we gotta make her so she kind of could pass as a guy, sorta, except for she's got lipstick going on. Like, whatever. Just kind of forgot that. You know what I mean? You're looking at her and you're like, I mean, no, she looks like a girl, but she's not like the giant saucer eyes and like, oh, I'm dressed like a high school teenager. Okay. I mean, we're in a time period piece, so we can't dress like a high school teenager, but you know what I mean? Sometimes you're like, you're supposed to be like, you're a, like Tears of Themis. I love it. But like, we're a tough lawyer, but we dress like a 16-year-old girl. Why are we so super cute? I mean, you can be like cute, but like, I don't know. Like I think it's just I'm over it. Like, oh, the MCs are always like, I'm super cute. Hi, I'm adorable. And I just kind of want to punch him in the face sometimes. Like, I'm tired of it. Even if they look good, you're like, no, she's cute. Most of the time, they're just super, like, cutesy and innocent. And, I don't know. So I guess I'm just really enjoying this because we kick motherfucking ass. We kick motherfucking ass! And she's not like super cutesy. It's like, wow, she's really pretty. She definitely looks like in 10 years she's that sexy bitch. You're like, she's gonna cut me down, and I'm turned on by it. I don't know. It's weird. You know what I mean? You're like, I want to be her. Like, you know what I mean? Those characters. What are you doing, Bird? What are you doing? Why are you on the floor? What are you doing? Okay, he's on the floor. I don't know what he's doing, but anyway. Yeah, but this is now an hour and a half part. We could have split it up into two, but whatever. It's a long part, so there you go. But yeah, we'll do all of the tragic love ending, which I'm sure is going to be we kill him or he dies. Because I'm pretty sure it goes through. Yeah, it goes through to chapter 12, and then I think there is 2 bad endings. So we will do all the terrible, horrible, rotten, no good, very bad ends in the next part. So, yeah. Anyway, I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.